Hey y'all, welcome back to Before the Noise Trading Academy. Today we're going to be covering trading plans. We're going to get really in depth with y'all, breaking down the importance of a trading plan. I'm going to actually go in depth on how to create a trading plan while giving you guys my personal trading plan. And we're going to go ahead and dive into how you can backtest your trading plan and also start to implement it on a day-to-day basis, right? So let's go ahead and get into it. So you guys have to understand, your trading plan is everything to your trading. Right? This is exactly what you do on a day-to-day basis and how you maneuver when you come into the markets. One of the biggest mistakes that a lot of newbie traders make, they come into the markets with the mindset of, I'm trying to make some money. I like to use this analogy, right? You can go into the market with the mindset of trying to hunt, or you can go into the market with the mindset of setting traps and waiting for your food to come to you. If you're the type of person that you gotta go hunt, that's why your mind is always going in a million different places, because you're looking everywhere. You're trying to get everywhere just to get some food, and you're getting caught by the traps of the market, just chasing money. But professional traders, what they do is they have their trading plan in place. So it's as if they're setting their own trap for the market, and they're just waiting for their play to come, right? So I want you guys to understand exactly what a trading plan is, because I know you've heard a lot of people mention this. You probably heard it in a book. You probably heard it in some seminar. But a trading plan is your day-to-day trading routine, right? It is compiled of when you decide to go trade, how much you're trading, how often you're trading, the strategy, everything. So what I'm going to help you guys do is actually create a trading plan today. You may have a trading plan or think you have a trading plan, and after listening to this video, you will realize how many holes are in your trading plan and what you need to go fix. Remember, trading is all about psychology and your execution. If your execution is great in terms of what you do every single day, when you buy, when you sell, when you get out, how much you risk, if that is good and your psychology is good, you make money. If one of those things are off, you will not make any money in the market. So you can have great psychology, but if you have a weak trading plan, you will never make money. Or you can have a great trading plan, weak psychology, and the same thing, no money. So let's go and get into all the different steps that bring together your trading plan. Think of this like a recipe, right? We're gonna go ahead and bake our own cake, right? Create our own recipe, and that's what trading has to be for you. You have to create your own recipe, step by step, and then follow that on a day-to-day basis. So let's go and get into my personal trading plan. The first component of your trading plan needs to be what session you're going to trade. There's the New York session, Tokyo session, and the London session. You may have been coming into the market and just thinking you can trade whenever you want. That's not the case. You need to figure out what session exactly you're going to trade, and it must fit your strategy. As you know, the New York session and the London session provides the most liquidity. So if you're planning on scalping the market or kind of looking for intraday moves, your best bet would be to trade the New York session or the London session. What you need to do is backtest and figure out what session am I going to trade and stick to that one session. Next, so for me, I trade the New York session. Next thing you need to figure out is what pairs you're going to trade. Certain traders choose to focus on one pair and master one single pair. That's fine. Certain traders like me, I choose to focus on one singular strategy, but trade it amongst a multitude of pairs. So me personally, I have a list of pairs that's in my watch list. I could sit here and name it all, but that'd take me a minute alone, right? But I have a bunch of pairs, both indices, commodities, and currencies that I trade. I have my list. Now, I also have the time frame at which I trade. As you guys know, there's an infinity number of time frames in the market. This is one of the greatest gems you will ever get as a trader, and it's amazing that I've never heard any trader ever mention this. You need to figure out what time frames you are going to trade and stick to those time frames alone. Stop jumping from 10 different time frames. Think of the market like a domino effect. The same thing that happens on the 1 minute is the same thing that happens on the daily. They just happen at different speeds. Break and retest is happening on the 5 minute. It's also happening on the 45 minute. So here's a great gem for you, especially if you want to be able to backtest and effectively increase your results. Figure out what time frames am I going to look at. If you're going to look at the 4 hour for your trend, for your analysis, whatever, and go down to a lower time frame, figure out what time frame would that be. My 15-minute, I look for my confirmation here, 15-minute alone. Great gem. Don't let that go over your heads. So, what time frame am I going to trade? For currency pairs, right now I trade the M30. You know, my people got me back on M30. If you know, you know, right? But I'm on the M30 and also the 2 hour, right? So the M30 is more for intraday trades, faster trades. I know that we're going to hit TP within the same day, maybe a day or two. And with the 2 hour, I know that may take, maybe a day or a couple days. That's more of a swing trading time frame. So every single day when I come to the market, I know what section I come in. I come out of New York, and I'm only looking at the M30 and the 2 hour. Life is simple. I know exactly what I need to do when I come into the market. Cool, let's keep going. How much am I going to risk per trade? If I'm trading on my funded account, I only risk 1% per trade, right? If I'm trading on my personal account, it depends on what account it is. If it's a lower balance, I may risk, honestly, between 10 to 15% if I'm trying to rapidly grow. It's aggressive, but if it's a lower balance, I'm with the risk. If I know I have a higher capital account, I'm risking 5% or lower on my personal account. So I already know every single day what the maximum amount I will ever lose on a singular trade. I knew it before I even woke up. So there's never a day I come into the market and I'm surprised, like, oh my God, how did I lose this much money today? That doesn't happen because I already know exactly what I'm risking per individual trade. Let's keep going. Your entry role. So your strategy, guys. A lot of people spend so much time focused on their strategy, on technical analysis, and they fail to realize the only thing your strategy does for you is tell you when to get into the market. That's all it does. You spend all this time studying this trader, and you spend all this time trying to master exactly what does this trader do to get into the market. And guys, that's only one piece of the puzzle. Imagine let's say I was trying to bake a cake. I know I need milk, eggs, I need flour, I need some vanilla extract, I need some sugar, I need all these different ingredients, right? Baking powder, baking soda for all my bakers, yeah, I know. If I try to bake a cake with only eggs, we're gonna eat scrambled eggs tonight. There is no birthday cake happening. If you try to come to the market with only a strategy and you think that you're gonna make money, you are sadly mistaken. There's other pieces of the puzzle. That's why I say the recipe, the entire recipe, every single layer, that's your trading plan. So we got our entry rule. So for me, the gang knows we use the firsty strategy. I'm not gonna lie, in my opinion, I think that's the best strategy in the world. For me, it's objective, it's very mechanical, it's extremely simple, and I love it. So that is my entry model. It's called the firsty strategy. If you want to find out more about that, go ahead and join the course, the Before the Millions Academy, and find out more. Now, that's just my entry rule. So the firsty on the M30 or the 2 hour is what, and the firsty stands for first trend trading. My strategy gives me my entry into the market. Now I also have an exit rule. So for me, every single trade is a 1 to 3 risk to reward. That means I can have a 33% accuracy and still be break even in the market. So every single trade that I take, if I'm risking 100, is to make 300 every single trade. So like I said, before I woke up in the morning, I already knew every single trade that I take, if I risk 100, is to make 300. So either three things are gonna happen. I'm either gonna make $300, lose $100, or fall somewhere in the middle. You have to have an exit model. That's one of traders' biggest problems. If you have a problem with greed, and you feel like you have a problem with greed, have an exit rule. Tell yourself, you know what? I'm gonna shoot for 50 pips every single trade and just stick to that. I'm gonna go for 1 to 3 every. There's no perfect model. You have to understand. No one knows what the market is gonna do. Some days it's gonna run your play, some days it's not. That's why we create a trading plan, so that you cover all the bases of what could possibly happen on any given day. But at the end of the day, you never know if the trade is gonna hit your TP or not. Stop wasting time trying to figure out what is the exact price point the market's going to come to. You will never have an idea. You need to make your own rules and make the market come play your game. When you get into a trade, sometimes you need to go break even. For me, whenever I go 1-to-1, I go break even. That's my rule. If I'm risking $100, once I'm in profit $100, I know I'm trying to get $300, but once I'm up $100, I move my stop loss to break even. So now I cannot lose $1. As the market is going up, I also trail my stop loss based off of market structure. So as the market's if I'm in a buy and the market makes a new higher low, I put my stop loss under the higher low and I trail it all the way to my TP. So there's no questions. I don't have to sit there and do a lot of thinking and analysis. That's already done. The analysis was done when I was back testing and creating the trading plan that fits me. Right? Once I've done that, when I wake up in the morning, all I'm doing is I'm trying to execute my trading plan to a T. That's my goal every single day that I wake up. Try and execute your trading plan to T. Perfect execution is what brings the profits we're looking for. Now, when it comes to taking partials, I personally do not do that. But if you're a trader that does that, you need to have a rule for these things. And guys, the reason, if you notice, every single aspect of my trading, there's a rule for it, and that's what alleviates me of all the anxiety that comes with trading. I don't have to overthink things. I don't have to stress about what's going on. I know what I need to do, when I need to do it, and my job is just to execute that. We're going to run through it real quick. Time frame, session, pairs, risk per trade, entry rule, exit, trailing your stop loss, going to break even. Those are all the important components. If you take partials, that needs to be added. If you're a person that adds positions to your trade, you have to have rules for that. And then last but not least, your post-trade journal. After every single trade, you want to journal and see, okay, what am I journaling? I'm journaling what happened, what's my trading plan, and did I execute my trade perfectly? And how far off am I away from my trade plan? Right? So, and I know that was kind of in-depth, I'm going to be honest, most traders never really thought this deep into their trading. Or they may look at it like, Mike, that's a lot. It's really not. You just have to sit down, decide, what do I want to do? What works for me? What strategy do I like? What risk reward works for me? Am I a scalper? Am I a swing trader? Depending on that depends on how my TP should be set up, how my stop loss should be set up. Create all the foundational structures of your trading. Or find someone that's successful, that's good at trading, making money, and figure out their entire trading plan. Stop going to mentors or traders and just trying to figure out how they get into the market. Go and figure out how they get in and how they get out. How much they risk per trade, when they trade, how often do they trade. Get all the components of their trading so you can be able to actually duplicate their results. Get the recipe, because if I have a recipe, I can duplicate that exact meal to the T every single time. That's the goal of your trading. Now guys, this is everything. Now when you walk into the market every day, your new mindset should be not, damn, I'm just trying to make money. No, it is, I have my plan. I need to follow my plan to the T. And if you can do that, you'll consistently be able to pull profits from the market. Now what you'll be able to see is, guys, you should be able to back test your trading plan. What a lot of people don't understand is when they're back testing, when you're trying to practice your strategy, you may just go into the market and practice it, but guys, think about it. If my trading plan is, I trade during New York session, and I'm back testing London session, why am I doing that? I'm never gonna trade during that time. So whatever results come from London session don't matter to me because I'm gonna be sleeping every single time. So you may be back testing and seeing good results, but not during your session. So what you need to do is when you're back testing, figure out what session you're gonna trade, find some type of indicator or some type of way to highlight just that section and back test just that session. This is your daily routine. Remember, your trading plan is your daily routine. You can actually go and back test your daily routine. I have a great exercise for every single body that's listening to this video. Pull up your trading view. Go from January 1st, 2024. Figure out what session you're going to trade, what time frame, figure out your entire trading plan, and back test it every single day. And you'll be able to see the exact results that your strategy produces. If you can see, if I risk 1% per day and I traded at this time every single day on this time frame, on these pairs, I can look back and see what my results were for the last month, for the last year, and get real data. And then, now you can just forward test that and continue. If you see that, oh, in the last 30 days, if I just follow this exact routine, I would have made, if I risked $100 per trade, I would have made $3,000. Okay, cool. You know what? For the next 30 days, I'm going to follow this exact same routine and risk $100 per trade and see what results come. Welcome to trading, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So make sure you guys go home and really sit down and create this trading plan. If you have a mentor, go ahead and sit down with them and create it. Or if you do not have one and you would like access to one, go ahead and reach out to me. Shoot me a DM and we'll sit down and create a trading plan together. And we'll figure out your daily routine that works for you, your personal life, and your personal trading style. Right? Make sure you guys subscribe, like, follow me on all social media platforms at Before the Millions Trade Academy or BTM Academy. Thank you guys, man. Let's go ahead and keep getting that money on.